Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts. Okay, so there's on the video there's shows the body or the mini shell is in the first layer of primer, so we can now start seeing all the little pinholes and so on, because it's very difficult to see when you're rubbing down a vehicle. Not so bad with them because it's not the size is not so bad, but it's very easy to overlook stuff. And this is the nice thing about the white primer or a light coloured primer like the sandy colour or beige, whatever. But the white really highlights things. So now we can go up and do all the little finesse, all the small work, all the little detail work, and then go with the primer again. So Amir and his wife have gone off today. They're going to take 12 days off now, 14 days I believe. And then we can crack on with it when he gets back. But it's good now. It's ready to start doing the finishing and preparation work. So hopefully by the start of December we can get it into paint, which would be nice, and then bring it back in and start building it, so you guys can watch that. There's also a little bit of video on the XK and showing the suspension and so on and so forth. So as I say, I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for all the likes and the comments. It's very, very much appreciated. I would like to do a couple of quick shout outs. There's a guy called Stephen and Hipstar, 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 Stephen. He's doing a mini, really good. He's quite a funky guy, yeah. Really worth a watch. So please go and have a look at that. The other one is Lone Star Mini, Randy. He's now getting to a point where he's going to start cutting it. Now he's got his jig sorted out, he's going to start cutting out the floors and so on. That'll be a very interesting build. And of course John Alott, John and Tony Alott, but it's John Alott is the channel name, but his dad is Tony, and they're doing a brilliant job on this mini pickup. I mean, it's considering really what they're going to end up with is basically the A, the B pillar and the roof. They've really basically built the car all over again. and I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, you know what, if you try to just buy the parts and build one, it would be extremely difficult to do. So I guess you need to have at least a car that's together to re-put the bulkhead in and the inner and outer wings and the sills and the flitch panels, all that stuff. I guess whatever happens, you actually need a vehicle to be able to match it back up to. So anyway, best of luck to them. So please have a look at those 3 sites. Really, really top videos. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. So there's the first coat of primer on it. After all the underseal was done, not the underseal, but an old word, isn't it? Underseal. Stone chip was done underneath. So that's it. That's only the first coat of it. They'll get another one because the inside's got to be done in 10 days, 2 weeks when Amir gets back. But yeah, it's looking nice. As I say, it's only the first coat. So I think the white primer will show up the flame red or the tartan red, whatever red it is he's having, much better. You can see he's done the floor. So you can see all the back seat. The little bit of rust on the back seat. It's only surface rust, but he wants to get it out, which I think is, where was it? There's a little bit there, and see there in the middle? So he wants to get that. We're going to clean all that out, sandblast it, before we do the rest. There's the roof on it. It's got that very nice little bit of overspray here and there, but nothing, it won't get knocked down quickly. So it's hard to see it from the side. So what I'll do is I'll turn it up the right way so you can see it, and I'll have to turn the camera off because I'm down here in the area at the moment. And there's the doors all primed up, ready to go. So yeah, definitely getting closer and closer. But next, when he comes back, because we've fitted that new scuttle panel, we'll put the window up and check, make sure the rubber and the window fits in. So we'll actually fit the window in, not with the securing section in it, the kind of V-rubber that goes internally of the rubber. We'll just put it in just to check that it does actually go in and fit. And because I think this is going to need some cleaning out here, because we put a new piece in there. So I'll turn it on, turn it upright so you can see it. There you go, I found myself a new little tripod. It's not, it's actually the top of the Clark sandblasting machine, or sandblasting cabinet. But anyway, I'll just show you how easy this is to turn it over. So if you can't, Randy, if you're watching in, if you can't turn that over by hand, I don't know what the problem is, but you should be able to turn these cars over on their own. But I can see with yours, with your jig, it's very well engineered. It's extremely strong. I mean, the bars you've got in it are huge. You know, I mean, it could lift, you know, a huge American style car, a big muscle car on it. So maybe it's the sheer weight of the parts that are in the jig. But you know, you were talking about trying to get these lined up, and to be honest, at the end of the day, you know, if you're turning it over once every week or a couple of weeks, I mean, what's the problem? You know, just get somebody to come and give you a hand and just turn it over. It should, you know, theoretically, you should be able to cope with that and turn it over. You know, this is just a small arm. You can see there that this one's pretty good. It only gets to a point where it overbalances. I'm actually putting a little bit of force on it now to hold it back, but I'm pretty sure if I let that go, I think it can spin on its own. I'll just do it. Well, it nearly spins on its own. So yeah. So I'll pick the camera up, gives me a second. So this is all done, steps coming out nice. So I'll try and come back up a bit. That's all come out nice. That was the brand new step. Oh, I didn't do that, I'll have to weld that back up and clean this up. There's a bit of a bad area there, a little bit there, but generally it's come out pretty nice. Finish is good. Top looks nice. But this particular shell is in very good condition around here and here, which is unusual for me. This is a bad rot area for them. Obviously this is all new. This is only the first coat of the, I'll just show you, coming out a bit here. This is only the first coat of primer, so the idea now is we can actually see where all the little issues are, little problems. Because when a car's multicoloured, it's very difficult to see all the little pinholes. You can see here, there's some issues here need to be addressed, and so on and so forth. So the white primer really, yeah, there's another perfect example. You can see there's a bit of a mark in it. What's caused that, I don't know. A little bit there. Okay, again, a lot of these things will be covered, but you know, they're all something you can look at. But the sides come out very well. The quarter panel, it's very flat, looks good. The rear valance. So yeah, we're getting there. I would think by the end of November, start of December, we can take it to the paint shop and start getting it in paint, in colour, I would think. So, I'll get back to you in a minute. So, a bit on the XKs. I went up to Vienna yesterday. We took our second dog, Stella, the one that looks like a beagle, up to Vienna. So we're going to try her out and see how she likes the city. And I picked up these tyres. These tyres came with Johann's XK, and the unfortunate thing is they're brand spanking new. As you can see, they're brand new, but You can actually see they've still got the original stickers on them. There, I think they came from America. They're cross-ply by the looks of it. Yeah. Polyester, maybe not cross-ply, but you can see that, they've been on a while. So unfortunately, we don't know the history on them. So if they're over like 7 or 10 years old, the tyre walls could be damaged on the side. I don't know if it's been left outside, but you can use them at least, put them on in the winter time, which is a real shame. Okay, the other thing is we've only just bolted the suspension together. It's not been set up yet, and as I think I showed before, we use this bar here to put down between the shock absorber and the bottom arm, which gives you the adjustment height that you need, and then you can adjust your torsion bars here, the torsion bars down the back, and you can do the adjustment on them. So just to give you an idea what it's like when you don't set it up, so I'll excuse the bad film. So you can see pretty much it looks more like a hot rod. So you can see how the gap is on that one compared to that one, because this one's been pre-set up, and obviously if you look at the shocks there, they're gas shocks, you can see they're almost sat right down on it. So now what we have to do now is just set these up, make sure it's right. Yeah, and then I'll crack on with them this week and try and get this engine running, or at least get it started to, or turned over at least. The Mini is still a work in progress, so I've got to do a few jobs on that. The tank is still in, so it's still movable, but we had to take it out to get the rear lights out because there's some work on the back needs doing, and the boot needs some repair. So oh, and the guys that came over, you saw the Mini, the 8 Minis that came over. One of the young guys, the one that went early, he said that, strangely enough, that was the colour he was going to go for, this beige and black, and he's also interested in the side opening boot. Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts. So a little video on the Mini, and a little bit of stuff on the XK, the suspension on the XK. So as you'll see, we've got the Mini in white now, which is strange enough is what they call them in the manufacturing. They call them body in white, BIW, before they go for their final colouring and so on, or as a shell. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video. Everything's